Do you perhaps have a land that is available? Maybe a plot of land, maybe an acre or an hectares of land that is available for you, and you are not making use of the land because of what you want to build on it. Can you quickly go into agriculture, something that won't spoil your land, that won't even tamper with your land, and you are still going to make money on your land before you start building or start doing whatever business you want to do on the land? Did you know you can start cattle farming inside the same land, keep your goats and your ram inside the same land, having some number of sheep and some numbers of billies in your farm reproducing for you to make more money before you start whatever thing you want to start on that piece of land, without grazing your cattle unlike the way that the Fulani people are doing theirs? It is very simple. So in this video, you are going to learn how to do free range farming for your cattle and your goats, your ram, your sheep, whatever thing you get that can work on that piece of land, and make more money, spending lesser money to keep them. Follow me into this content and let's learn more about how you can start up your cattle farming, your goat farming, and your ram farming without spending much money on them. Hello farmers, you're welcome back to our YouTube channel. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to get notified when next we drop a new content for you. To all our 3,000 plus subscribers, we appreciate you all. We love you. Thank you so much for subscribing to our YouTube channel. We promise already that we won't fail you. We'll continue to keep our promise and we will give you the best you need to know. If you are still debating or thinking of what to do on your piece of land, I am still going to share another idea of what you can do. You can simply do that. You can spend just a little amount of capital to start in agriculture, and you are going to make more money in agriculture. You are going to make more money in what you spend your capital on. That is why I decided to make this simple video for you to watch so that you can decide on what to do. What I'm about to tell you is it won't spoil your land and it won't do anything to your land. Whenever time you are ready to do whatever thing you want to do on your piece of land, you can start immediately and remove whatever things you put on them and do whatever things you want to do on your piece of land. This agricultural business, the one I'm about to tell you in this video, won't cause pollution to the entire community or anywhere that you are. It is something you are going to do at a very comfortable place. Even if your place is an advanced place, maybe it's a place that have been developed very well, but you haven't made use of your own land, you can do this thing on it. It's not something like poultry business or anything like any other business that will cause pollution to the entire community or may cause some problems that community will be rising against you that the pollution is too much. This won't cause you much money and it won't cause you much troubles in the community. This is Addota Farm. What we talk on this YouTube channel is all about agriculture. We talk about the opportunities that are in agriculture. We talk about a lot of things you need to know that are in agriculture. And we are here to make you start what you desire to start in your heart. What you've been dreaming about, we are here to actualize it. So you can start your cattle farming on your piece of land. What are the things you may firstly need? For instance, I told you already, if you have your land that is available and you don't know what to do on it, even if it is in the city, a place like underdeveloped area that people are living there, people are much there, but you haven't used your own land and you're thinking of starting something on it, but you don't know what to do, you can start your cattle farming on the same land. You can buy your goat, you can buy your ram, you can keep 3 things that won't cause pollution and that won't lead you to anything like troubles and that won't cost you much money on that pieces of land. That is the cows. You get cow, then you get your goats, then you get your ram. So if you get your ram, make sure you get your sheep along with them and you get the right breed. So once you get all these things, you are ready to start up your own business, and you get your goats too with the female one, then you get your cow with the female one. It doesn't matter if you start with 20, it doesn't matter if you start with 10, you can start with 2, you can start with 3, you can start with 4. Everything depends on your capacity. So you don't have to do anything that is more than your ability, that is more than your budget. So once you get all these things, the first thing you are going to do when you acquire a land like this for agriculture, you are going to do a fence around the land. So once you do the fence, it doesn't have to do with blocks fence. It may be a wire, fencing wire. You do a kind of fencing wire. You know, there is a way they do it overseas. If you are watching me from outside the country, there is a way they do it. They do it with electric shock and different things that the animal won't even go beyond that boundary. But you know, our animal here, that are stubborn sometimes, so you have to do a kind of fencing wire. So that one won't cost you much money. Once you get it, you do it around the compound. Then you erect a building where the animal will be running to hide when it's too sunny for them, or whenever time they want to go and rest, or whenever time it's raining, they will have a hiding place. So you do it. It is very simple. Once you do the house and you do the structure, you build the house, it won't cost you much money. It will cost you lesser money. So the first thing you do, I told you, you do the fencing, then you do the building. That is all. Now, how do you feed your cattle with lesser amount of money? It is very simple. Leave your farm, leave the farmland like this. Don't cut, don't do anything. There are some grasses that this your animal will be feeding on. You don't need to spray, you don't need to touch it with anything. Just leave the farmland bushy like this. You understand? So there are some grasses that your animal will be feeding on without depending on the one you are going to buy. But that doesn't mean you won't be getting feed from outside, like getting other feed to add up to what they are eating. You can't just be allowing them to be eating grasses all the time. Though animal eats grass, that is what they are all about, and that is the reason why I'm advising you not to touch your land, to spray or to cut the grass. Just leave the grasses. As they are grazing on it around that compound, they will be eating. The grass won't grow more than the level they are grazing on. So your cows will be eating on that pieces of land, and you'll be bringing them the feed you have money to buy. You can just get them cassava peel. You can get them any other feed like the ones they do in our feed mill. You can go and get PKC. If they can eat PKC, you can get the soya bean. You can get the beans peel. You can get a lot of things, and you can also cut grasses from outside and give it to them. I have a man like this too. He have his own in his compound. And in his compound, there is no bush there, so there is nothing like that. So sometimes he go out and get the cassava peas and get other things. And sometimes he take his vehicle outside. He went to the roadside, park his vehicle, cut the grass as much as he can cut, and take it to the animal, give it to the animal, and the animal will feed on them. So it is very simple to start off. Like I told you, it won't cause anything like pollution in the entire community. If the land is a little bit big for them, the more they are grazing, they will just be pooing everywhere. So once the poo doesn't stick together, it's not in one isis, there's no way this thing will smell, because it will be drying up immediately they are pouring it, because it is not on one side they are pouring. Sometimes if you have the chance, you tied up their house, you clean it, you go and pour the poo, the feces, you go and pour everything away. So by doing this, your animal will be healthy, and you won't see any problem like pollution that will even make the community to rise and fight you that what you are doing in the community is not good. I have a lot of people that are doing this thing in my own area here. As you can see in this video, this is one man's business. What he does is he doesn't have a compound on his own, and in his house, I'm very sure he have a house that he used to keep all these things. This is where they feed every day, almost every day. Apart from what he's giving them at home that I don't know, but this is where this animal feed every day. So in the morning, it will take the animal, loosen them, but there is a rope on their neck. It will loosen the animal, leave them like that. That is where they are going to graze till evening time, that it will return to pick all the animals. And they are going to eat to their own satisfaction, because there is enough grass for them to eat. So that is number one person. So the number two person, even this person sold, I don't know how many years he reared, the other one he sold last year, but during Christmas season, he sold it to one of my brother. I think that is at the range of 170 something thousand naira. That is in Nigeria currency. So he only had one then. He started with one, but this year he got two pieces of this cow again, and the cow he got them when they were small. Look at their size now. So you can also start up like this. And I still have other people at another area that I went to visit. Look at the way he does his own too. He leaves them on the feed to graze on his own land. He just take them there, leave them there, they will graze from morning. You don't need to tie them down. Animals like cow don't like that kind of thing, so you have to leave them to graze. They won't go far. They are not like Fulani animals that you'll be grazing everywhere, unlike this Fulani. So they will have to graze them, take them everywhere so that they can eat. And you know, all these cows are heavy grazer, so they graze because they eat 24/7. The more they are eating, the more they will be passing out feces. So it is their thing, so you don't have to tie them down, and you won't disturb yourself grazing them, flocking them from one place to another, controlling them all through the day. You don't need to stress yourself like Fulani people. So what you have to do is keep them in your compound, let them eat whatever things they want to eat, let them go to anywhere they want to. But if you are afraid that they will go far, then you do the fencing. That is just the simple thing to do. This kind of business is very, very easy to do, and it's very, very cheap. The only thing that it will cost you is to get the land, to acquire a land, and to get the fencing wire and to do the building. Apart from that, nothing else. The feeding, I told you, it is once in a while you are going to be feeding them. And some of the people I showed you their own cow, they don't have their own personal land. They take it to other people's land to graze. So when it's time, they come back and pick them. So you can start up your own too. Even if you don't have a land to do this thing, you have a place closer to your place, you can just communicate with that person. Sorry, I want to be keeping my animal on your land to graze on your land, since you are not making use of it now. So it is very simple, and this person will allow you, since it's not something you are going to collect his land or do any other thing on his land, it's just for the animal to graze. So this person will free you. You can just take your animal there in the morning, leave them to graze. In the evening, you come back to take them. So that is how everybody does their own. And if you want to add up goats, that means it is necessary for you to do the fencing, because goats are stubborn. They will want to go far away. Even ram too, they will want to go far away. So you will have to do the fencing. So if you do this thing, you can buy your goat, you buy your cow, you buy your ram, the sheep, you keep everything inside, and they will be reproducing time to time for you. So how much can you buy a cow? So you don't need to start with a bigger one. Like I'm telling you, you can buy a cow of some months old. All these cows are not more than the range of 50,000 naira to 60,000-70,000 naira, depending on the size and the breed of cow you get. On the breed of cow, I will still come out with a video. You just stay tuned and keep on watching another video. I'll tell you the best breed you can get, that you can make money on it, make more profit on it after rearing and selling the cow. And on goats, you can also get matured one and other costly. You can get the one of 30,000, you can get the one of 40, you can get the one of 50. Yes, depending on breed and their age. And everything still depends on how active they are. If your goats are not active, there's no way they are going to reproduce. So you have to get active goats. So then the ram too, you can get ram of 50,000, you can get the one of 40, you can get the one of 60, you can get the one of 70, depending on breed as well. So we have a lot of them. If you can't get all this animal I'm listing, you can let me know. I can assist you with all that, depending on the amount, the number of goat or cow or ram you want. I will help you with that. It's not a must for me to go to the market and buy the animals for you. If you want us to go together, we can go together and buy it. Nothing much to debate on that. We can just go together and buy it. These are the simple things I want you to know about cattle farming. How you can start up the cattle farming, how you can make money in cattle farming, and how you can spend less in cattle farming. So it is very easy to start and very easy to move on with. It is very cheap, the most cheapest farming I've ever known. It's not every day you are going to be treating them. It is when you see they are unhealthy, that is when you call for a doctor to take care of them. And the feeding, like I told you, it is not all the time you are going to be buying feed and be giving it to them, so they can graze and do other things. So this is the simple way to practice your own free range and start a cattle farming on your available land. My name is Simeon. I am your youngest farm captain. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like our video. Don't forget to share, and don't forget to drop a comment. We will really appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching our videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you.